We're live. If you're in there, pop in and say hi. Don't be shy. Put something on here on my other one. Anyway, hopefully you guys are getting notifications for my live streams here. So it's going into my other YouTube channel. I have been doing live streams on my other channel as well, but that's more pertaining to radio stuff. So if you're not into radio stuff, you probably wouldn't be into that. But a lot of people are into radio stuff. So I'm kind of leaning towards that with the other one.
Hey there, guys. Happy Winter Day.
Sorry, I'm just answering questions on my other YouTube channel. All right. Anyway, if you guys are in there, pop in and say hi. Keep her going for a bit, the stream. And if nobody comes in, that's no real big deal. Hey, how's it going? TN Tropics, good to see you in there, man. I'm just answering questions on my other YouTube channel. I got my other computer. I got two computers side by side laptops. So I'm answering questions on Jungle Joe C, my other YouTube channel. So that's what I'm doing right now. I like to answer every comment. So when a comment comes in, I check them and I answer them. So there we go. My other, like I say, my other channel more pertains to radio stuff. But I mean, there's thousands of videos on there. There's lots of plant videos too. Tons of plant videos. Hang on one sec. I heard the phone ring. Okay. Anyway, hope all is well out there. Kind of a cool day here today. It's weird. We had some it's only like 10 degrees out, so it's 50 degrees, so it's cool. And it was a weird day. We had sun, we had clouds, had a little bit of rain, and now it's just kind of cloudy again. So hopefully it's going to be better tomorrow, because tomorrow's Wendy and Krista's first day at the Saturday market. Can you tell me if your Bulgarian seedlings grow faster? No, same. I think the same. I don't think there's any different. Cool here tonight. Yeah, the nights here have been around 7, 8, sometimes 9 degrees Celsius, something like that. I think the Bulgarians grow the same. I really don't see any difference. I mean, we got actually they seem to grow, yeah, like at the same rate as a Trachycarpus fortunae. We have a bunch of them in the garden, bigger ones that I grew years ago from seed, and we have one that's totally, actually a couple of them that are totally neglected, more than a couple. And The ones that are growing underneath the big laurel tree definitely grow slower because it's drier and the laurel roots kind of suck the life out of them. But the ones that are going on their own grow at the same rate. Oh, really? Yeah, no. I don't know if it's much difference. I really don't see much of a difference. I can shoot a video. I have videos of it for our Bulgarian ones, and I don't really see much of a difference. If they're in good soil, like a Trachycarpus fortunei, and they're watered well and looked after, they're going to grow faster, right? But yeah, I mean, I haven't really done a study on it or anything, but they seem like they're growing at the same rate. I'd have to put one of those how do they say those cameras, a time lapse camera on it, right? I think they're the same as a Trachycarpus fortunei. Well, they are a Trachycarpus fortunei. They're just from Bulgaria. You know what I find that are growing really fast now is the ones that I have growing down in the ravine. The I call them Swampsonii. Well, no, they're not really Swampsonii. I just made up the name because I thought it was kind of a cool name. So, let me just see if there's any other skip coming in here. I'm listening. I'm on the radio here. It's pretty quiet out there on the radio land today. A little bit of DX I heard. So and I think it just really depends on the growing conditions because I have Trachycarpus palms that are so slow growing because they're planted in rock and they're neglected. They're 100% neglected. So you got like a 33-year-old palm tree with about 8 inches of trunk on it, and I'm not lying. I am not lying to you, man. I've shot videos of them here. A guy brought me some seed from Germany back in the 1980s. Guy I used to work with. So because his dad was German, I went to Germany. I got the guy into growing palm trees. I said, if you see any palms over there, try to scoop me some seeds. So he brought me some seeds back, and I grew them. I got a few of them in the garden here, and I planted those. That would have been the late 1980s. I'm guessing about 1989. And I swear to God, they're growing underneath a grove of palm trees, and they're growing underneath these 100-foot eucalyptus trees. So you got these big eucalyptus trees with roots that have infiltrated the entire garden. So you got these 30-year-old palm trees with trunks on them about like that. They're totally stunted, and I do have videos of them here. So they're the German. They are a German strain, right? So you can have a palm planted the same time as that in awesome soil, and it's going to be 30 feet tall. One tonight, London, due to cold winds from Scandinavia and clear skies outskirts, might get -1. Wow. Yeah, that's cool for London, man. Holy crap. That would be really cool, especially for April. Our last, you're not April fooling me, are you? Wife is calling for supper. Oh, lucky you, man. Supper. I don't know what we're having for supper. Have a good dinner. It is 4:26 p.m. Pacific time here. Our last frost here was around March 10th. I don't think we're going to be getting any more frost. We're done. I'm eating something that's really bad for me. Really bad for me. But it's good. Anyway, have a good dinner there, TN Tropics. So next week, I got a job interview, which is kind of cool. So in retirement, when you retire, you're kind of like, my wage has been cut in half, which kind of sucks. And I had to retire because they were pushing that special medicine and I didn't want to get it. So I retired early. I could have stuck it out for another year or two, but I didn't want it. I don't want to be any part of that. So anyway, I get a government pension, and which is pretty good, but it's not as much as what I made. So I applied at a place down the road here, and I go in for a job interview on Tuesday in the morning. And I've had a lot of job offers, but I can pick and choose because I'm retired. So I want something that's going to be fun. And this sounds like it's going to be kind of fun. So I'll let you know how it goes after my job interview if they hire me. Mm-hmm. They know who I am. I know who they are. I know the manager. She's a really nice lady. Known her for a long time. So hopefully it goes well and I get the job. I doubt in the center of the city won't. You got the urban heat, right? Urban heat, going to be milder. Right now, It's around 10 degrees Celsius here, right? But to me, it feels cool out there. Our place isn't so bad because we don't have any breeze coming off the ocean. We're sheltered. But Wendy and I just came back from a walk right along the beach, and it was cool down there, man. She says, "No, I don't want to walk anymore. I'm too cool, feeling too cool." So we're walking the little dog, and the wind coming off the water was quite chilly. So that's why I'm back in here now doing a live stream. I did a 3-hour live stream the other day on my other channel. It was like I wasn't expecting to do one that long, but there was a lot of people in there. There's actually more people on my other channel than this channel on the live stream. And it's kind of neat because my other channel, I talk on my radios. I do Video Gate live streams. So the people that are on the live stream, I can talk to them on the radio and they can comment on here too. Hey, Joe, it's really been a while since I've been. Hey, good to see you in there, Brian. Thanks for popping in there, buddy. Always good to see all you guys in there. The outskirts, Wonderground 34, still 40 here. So yeah, it makes a big difference, urban heat. And our heat is coming from the ocean here. Okay, so we don't have any urbanization anywhere near us here on this island. What types of eucalyptus? Oh, so many, man. So many different types of eucalyptus trees. Dollarium pleana, Dubusavilli, Passiflora, Stellulata, Subcrenulata. I had Cordata, but it got cut down. Gunnii, Neglecta, Perniana, Johnstonii. Johnstonii got damaged. And there's a bunch of other ones out there. I don't know. Nitons. Just a mixed mash of so many different ones. Coxifera. We have a big property, so there's a lot of different eucalyptus trees on our property. It's funny, somebody was commenting on one of my videos here, and they said, "Hey, can you do an update on your subcrenulata eucalyptus?" And I actually answered the question before I started this live stream. So I says, subcrenulata, and they're commenting on a video I shot 11 years ago in 2011. I was like, I got to remember where I even planted that subcrenulata. We have parvula too, lots of those. So I had to look around the garden. I says, I think I found the subcrenulata, but if I didn't, it might have got cut down because we cut down a lot of eucalyptus trees because they're just getting too big and too out of hand. We have Caibiensis out there. It's just a mixed mash of eucalyptus trees all over the property. And so the one that I just shot a video, and I think it might be the subcrenulata, but maybe it isn't. So when I post it, and we have Eucalyptus stricta, just don't think of some of the other ones, McCarthyii. So anyway, when I post it, if he's a eucalyptus expert, he'll say, well, nay or yay. Yeah, Joe, that is subcrenulata, or maybe it's not. Maybe the subcrenulata was cut down with some of the other ones we took out. We cut a lot of smaller ones and bigger ones out because the problem is with eucalyptus trees, and don't get me wrong, I like them, but the roots, they're very greedy trees. Eucalyptus citrodora. Yeah, I don't think we can grow that one here. I think that's too tender. I got, let me just see, eucalyptus book here. Let me grab it. I got some good books on eucalyptus trees. This one was brought back for me from Australia. So let's just see, Eucalyptus citrodora. I'm pretty sure that's, if it's in here. Might not be. Cordata is a nice one too. I just uploaded a video of Eucalyptus cordata heartleaf silver gum. They're beautiful and they're not even damaged. There's some nice ones growing in town. Citrodora. Yeah, I don't think we can grow that one. I think that's from the lowlands of Australia. And anything in the lowlands, Australia ain't going to work too well here, man. We're too far north. I got one of those outside. It's either 9. Yeah, I don't think it'll work here. I mean, because we fell into the high end to 8B this last December. It got pretty cold, man. Like one part of the garden stayed 9A and the other part fell into the high end of zone 8B. So that's a good book. Eucalyptus. This one was brought back from Australia for me. So, and then I got a really nice one here too. This one here is called Forest Trees of Tasmania. It's actually mostly eucalyptus trees in there. I don't know if there's any tree ferns. I don't think so. But it's basically all eucalyptus trees. So that's a good one too from Tasmania. Very good one. So, Citrodora I do not think will work here. David. Evening all. David Banner. David Banner. You know what I think of David Banner? I used to watch one of my favorite shows in the early 80s, Dr. David Banner, and got a shot at gamma radiation and he became the Incredible Hulk, right? I heard of them taking 22 in the internet. Yeah, it'd be too cold. It's too cold here because we got down below 22. Mm-hmm. I try to go plants that are hardy to below 20. David Banner, Dr. David Banner. That was that was Lou Ferrigno was an Incredible Hulk, man. That was like one of my favorite shows back in the early 80s. And then David Banner would like, somebody boss him around a little bit too much and he'd like flip out and his eyes would turn all freaky. And then, if somebody chucked him into the side room and you come out and he'd turn into the Incredible Hulk. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. Good show. Love those 80s shows, man. I'm trying to think of another one too. I saw Lou Ferrigno at the car show. It would have been 1981 in Vancouver. And he was there signing autographs. And I was with my girlfriend and her friend. And they said, "Hey, Joe, tell him to flex his muscles." And I couldn't really get near enough close to him to get an autograph because there was a big lineup. So I told him, I said, "Hey, Lou, flex your muscles." And he looked at me and then he turned away. And I thought he was just going to kind of kill me off and ignore me. And then he turned around and he flexed his muscles, right? He's a big dude, man. And then who else did I see? Oh, yeah, at Dukes of Hazzard. One time I went to the car show and the boss hog guy was there, and also Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke. She was signing autographs. Back in the good old days, man. I got pretty close to her. She was smoking hot. She was a hot babe, I thought. I don't know what she looks like now. She's probably like 100 years old. You wouldn't like me when... That's right. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That was awesome. I bet you I could still watch that on YouTube. That was such a good show. So whenever, and somebody would pick on the guy, because David Banner wasn't so big, and then they'd take him and they'd beat him, and then he'd go somewhere, like if they beat him and they threw him in behind a wall or something, or and around a doorway, that's where he'd turn into the Hulk. So they wouldn't really see him turn into the Hulk, would they? I don't think, if I remember correctly, they never really saw him turn into the Hulk, did they? Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he kind of turned into the Hulk, where they didn't see him. Then he'd come out and he'd be like, "Holy crap. That's the guy I was picking on." The guy's like 8 feet taller, how big he was. I think he's 6'4", 6'3", big boy. Mm-hmm. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. That's awesome. Excellent show. Anyway, Lou Ferrigno. He used to be up in bodybuilding back in the day with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think they used to compete against each other way back in the day. I hope everybody's having a good day there. So I hope I do get that job. It'll be kind of cool if I go for the job interview next week, and hopefully I get it. I'm looking forward to it. And I got to show you something Wendy got for my birthday. It just came in the mail today. I like this flag. This is a pretty cool flag. You see that? What do you think? It's kind of like united, right? Canada and US. Isn't that kind of wild? That is a super cool flag. So it's lifting up the American flag, and it's like neighbors, right? I love that flag. I think it's really awesome. So she got me that for my birthday. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't think I want to put it outside. I'm going to put it in my man cave somewhere. Doesn't have any loop, but does it have any? Oh yeah, you can put the flag thing in there. That's right. It does has a place for it. So there it is, man. Been loving. Oh, you like the CB radio stuff? Oh, cool. Thanks, man. Yeah. So I've been into CB radios a long time. So 45 years now. I've been into CB radios. Well, talking on them for 45 years. I've been into them since 76, but actually talking on them since 77. So that is a cool flag. I think she got it on. Hey, Wendy, where'd you get that flag from? Was it eBay? Or was it Amazon? Wendy says Amazon.
Yeah, that's for your man cave.
It's in the man cave. Come up and tell them are you working on a painting?
I am. I'm working on a painting.
Come and say I'm my little Mac jacket
That
beauty.
was for his man cave.
Yeah, this is my man
Isn't
cave.
that cool?
Hey, you didn't knock
Where
when you
is
came
it?
in. There's a door knocker over there.
She's not.
She's gonna knock. It says man cave on the door.
I just thought it'd be kind of nice, like a backdrop. Look at this. Like you should have this.
It is true, Cal. Let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, that is pretty cool, isn't it? I
Leave
could have
up
that.
behind you.
I agree with you, Cal, 100%. Let's
I
see.
think that's such a cool flag.
How cold are you, or Mexican man? Not her. Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
This is a cool flag. And we could actually, I don't know if I want to put it up outside.
No, it's for your man.
Mexican fan palms are not that hardy. Drier, if they're hardier if it's dry. So where are we going to put this?
I can just hold this while you do your live stream.
This can be my backdrop. So way cold hardier Brian Perez if they are in a dry climate. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
I think it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Somebody designed that. So, because we like the US and we like Canada, we just don't like the idiots running this show, right? I got to watch what I say on here. They are fools running the place, right? So where are we going to put that flag?
I think if you're doing a live stream,
it'd be nice to have it behind me.
If you put it here, you could turn this way.
I really don't want to tack it to the wall.
Yes,
I don't want to put holes in the wall.
Oh God,
no, and I don't want to put tacks in. No, I think I'm going to put. You can hang it that way too.
I think, yeah. No.
However, still no germination a week later. Zach, what are you trying to germinate? Uke seeds. Hi, Portland. I recently harvested fresh stellar and pan seeds. Put the seeds into into the fridge. Dusted seed. Be patient with them. Could take a couple weeks. Wendy's going to get something to put that flag up. So I've grown a lot of. I grew all our Delarium planta from seed. Those ones, the big ones, I grew. 1990, 92. I think it was 1992. So 30 years ago, I grew them from seed. Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see my wildest painting I'm doing now?
Let's see what Wendy's doing here.
I love horses. I'm not a real big unicorn person, but I've been asked to do a unicorn. So it's a unicorn.
Do you like unicorn? There's Wendy's unicorn right there. Wendy's a good artist. So there's her unicorn.
Yeah. It's going to be made into a card.
If you like unicorns.
Yeah.
Pretty cool,
and I have a gallery that's gonna carry some of my art to sell too. That'll be cool.
No, that is pretty awesome. That'd make a good tattoo, but I don't want a unicorn tattoo. Greetings from Boise, Idaho, Stephen. There's a video, there's a YouTube channel I watch from out of Idaho, BBI, Box Builders, Idaho. They make some good big linear amps for radios. A lot of people say I can grow palms here in Reno, but my trackies never lose their fronds. They're always really? Wow. Whenever I get blood, just put, hey, yeah, cool, Brian. That is awesome. Hey, you got to make a video of those, buddy. Palm trees in Reno. I think a lot of people would watch that. Dude, make a YouTube channel. I didn't put anything in the Ziploc. Just saw the seeds in a bag. And yeah, if you're going to put them in the baggie, sometimes you can put them in peat moss and keep them in the fridge for 5 weeks. Here, I've never actually stratified. Delarium planta seeds. I've just taken them off the trees and grown them. Maybe because it was cool enough in the winter. I don't know. Did I put anything in the Ziploc bag? I think it's better to put, Zach, with some sort of peat moss or something for stratification, right? Damp peat moss. So, but I've never done that with them. I've just, like I say, taken them off the trees and grown them. And they've grown, right? Eucalyptus are pretty easy to grow from seed. Same with bottle brush. I grew most of our bottle brush from seed. Some of them are pretty big now. Wow. That's what you got to plant, man. 10 sable miners and 1 needle palm. They survived the past winter with no. Lowest got was 5 Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. That's minus 15 degrees Celsius. So that's the record low on our island is minus 15 degrees Celsius back in 1968. But that didn't happen everywhere on Salt Spring Island. Some areas got to minus 15, give or take, right? That's pretty cool. And I wonder if those in the ground, Stephen, or are they in pots? Give me the dirt. If they're in pots, then they're even more hardy. It's kind of like our Trachycarpus palms in the nursery. I thought I was really worried about this, the liner-sized pots in the cold frames because there was no heat. Ground outside. So they are tough palms, man. Those are the ones you want to get some seed from. If they produce seed, that's pretty cool. Boise, Idaho. That is awesome. Very, very cool. Sable miner are pretty tough, especially from the good eco type, right? You get them from McCurtain County or the southwest corner of Arkansas, Warren City. They're tough cookies. Mm-hmm. We have lots of sable miner from Arkansas here. Razorback. And we have lots of McCurtain County ones too. Idaho's high desert, so palms. Wow, that's awesome. And it gets hot in Idaho too. I just bought a Trachy Nanoteel. It is grower, but larger. Oh, cool. I think they do. I don't have any big Nanoteals here, but because I had one given to me years ago, said it was a Nanoteel, but I'm kind of having my doubts. I planted it in 1999. It was given to me as a seedling. It looks really like a Trachycarpus fortunae to me. But I do have smaller Nanoteel cross fortunae or Bulgarian. I shot a video the other day and I put it on just showing some of my hybrids. So I have Trachycarpus in the ground. We have Trachycarpus nova cross Wagnerianus. In pots, we have Trachycarpus Bulgarian. I think it's cross Nanoteel. And then we have Trachycarpus Tequil cross Fortunae. And then we have Trachycarpus Wagnerianus cross something else. Anyway, you can check out the video. I can't remember all the hybrids we have. But Nanoteel is supposed to be a pretty nice palm. And like I said, I have my doubts that the one that was given to me in 1999 is a real Nanoteel. I think because it's dry there, Brian. That's what it is. It's the dryness. So palms can handle more cold if they're dry, if it's a dry cold. Here, the problem is we could probably grow a lot more things if our winters weren't so wet and cool. It's pretty cool, man, that it does. Yeah. So even in St. George, Utah, every so often they get a cold blast, and it probably does defoliate some of the plants, but they recover way easier in dry cold. Just like in New Mexico, there's big Washingtonia flifera growing there. Truth or Consequences, Alamogordo, big Washingtonia flifera, because I've had seed sent to me. Those same palms do crappy here because it's too wet. I love the way you just spread seed. Oh, yeah, no, we do that lots, David. I just spread a couple thousand seed down in the back there last week. In the back 40 of our property, man, it's Seed Central Station, Palm Central Station. And when we were over in Port Renfrew last week, I spread tons of seed too. There's a bamboo hedge growing around where we stay at the cabin, and I put seeds all through there, and I actually planted a palm tree in the bamboo hedge. And then I planted 2 palms in front of the little cafe there. I walked into the cafe because it's my favorite cafe. And you got to remember, this is a town where there's not a lot of people that live. It's just a bunch of redneck loggers, and it's a great town. I love it. And it's right on the Pacific Ocean, right on the open ocean. And I said to them, I got a couple of palm trees I want to plant for you. Can I put them in one of your out in the garden? No, she says, go for it. So I says, I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to buy a cookie. She says, no, take the cookie for free. I says, okay. So she gave me a cookie, and I went out and I planted 2 palm trees, one on either side of their entrance sign. But they're little guys. I mean, they'll be fine there. There's a big cordyline growing in front. It never gets as cold in Port Renfrew. Port Renfrew is directly across Vancouver Island from here. So when we get the ferry off of Salt Spring Island, there's 3 ferries on Salt Spring Island to get off. There's one on the southeast side that takes you to Tsawwassen, which is south of Vancouver by 15, 20 miles, probably 20 miles. And then there's one on the very south end of Salt Spring that takes you to Swartz Bay, gets you to Victoria. And then there's one just around the corner from us that takes you to Crofton. So from Vesuvius Bay to Crofton, and then you drive to Herd Road, and you just drive straight across the island, an hour-and-a-half drive, and we're at Port Renfrew on the far west coast, the wild west coast. And you can see the videos here. I put lots of videos on. I think Wendy uploaded a few more videos too on Gulf Island Rock. I don't know if any of you guys know her channel. Some of you guys subscribe to her channel, Gulf Island Rock. That's Wendy's channel right there. So you can check out her stuff on that channel. And you probably know my other channel, Jungle Josie. My first channel is BJ616. That's what I started 14 years ago. But I stopped uploading to that one years ago. So I just bought some Trachy seeds. I wanted to create a mini palm oasis. You should do it, man. Brian, spread those seeds around. David, you got palm seeds. Spread those guns around. That's what you got to do. What is the annual precipitous Salt Spring Island? Oh, you get less than us. Wow. Yeah, we're about 30 to 35 inches. Here you get 27, and that's in London? Wow, that's not very much. We're about 30 to 35 inches. The outer Gulf Islands are even drier. They've been as low as 18 inches. They're way more into the rain shadow. So we're in a rain shadow, but the outer Gulf Islands to the east of us are more in the rain shadow, right? So I can tell you this thing, we have native cactus on our island. There's lots of native cactus. So it doesn't rain as much as people think it does, but when we do get our rain, it all comes in the winter months. Late fall through the winter, And now we're going to be getting into the dry season. I have a family in Vancouver Island. I was there many years. Great. Yeah, Vancouver Island's cool. It's a big place too. Vancouver Island's a big island. And our islands are tucked up in the very southern portion of Vancouver Island, tucked up against the very southeastern corner of Vancouver Island. Mm-hmm. I used to do palm giveaways, but at the price of frickin' postage now and everything, and me being retired and my wages cut in half, I got to get an extra job just to make more money. Thinking I used to give lots of palm giveaways. I always had a draw thing here, but I don't have it anymore. And I was always pulling names out every month. I'd pull names out. So I gave away lots of seeds and seedlings and stickers and stuff like that. Think about scattering fruit next month. Yes. Now I wish I could, Stephen. I wish I could scatter flipper seeds, but they don't work here, man. They're absolutely useless this far north, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, Brian, I've done lots of palm giveaways. Trust me. You can watch some of my older videos and live streams. I have a lot of names in the hat. No, can't go to Costa Rica because I can't leave the country. I don't have the special medicine in me. I don't have that special medicine. And you know what the special medicine is? I got to watch what I say here on YouTube because I've already been kicked off of Facebook 6 times in the last year. Less than a year, I've been booted off 6 times. And the last time I booted off for a month, I just got back on Facebook a couple of weeks ago after being in Facebook jail for a month. I speak my mind, and sometimes people don't like it. So I can't leave the country because I'm not all juiced up, if you know what I mean. So, and I'm not planning on ever getting that juice. So whenever Justin Castro plans on dropping the mandates, and maybe I can go somewhere, but you only got a 6-month window to get the immigration process done. We've already used up just about 6 months now. And so we're kind of stuck here. And you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with it. I like Salt Spring Island. It's a good place. We downsized. We got rid of a lot of stuff because we were planning on moving to Costa Rica. I sold my record collection. We had garage sale out there. Gave away tons of stuff. So there's a little bit more room in my man cave here because we did get rid of a lot of things, which was probably a good thing. We cleaned house. And right now, there's no way we can ever leave the country. Our friend doesn't have the special medicine. She got back into Canada a few weeks ago and she got a $5,750 fine. That's freaking nuts, man. Just absolutely nuts. So yeah, I don't want to be any part. I don't have any desire to travel right now. Go over to the west coast of Vancouver Island. That's our speed, man. But Costa Rica, maybe one day. I'm a pure, yeah. Yeah, well, I believe in freedom of choice. I don't like people trying to ram crap down my throat, so all my kids have the special medicine, and that's fine. I don't see them any differently, but there's people that don't even want to get near me or us because they're all juiced up. They walk around with face diapers on, and they're afraid. It's like, if you really believed in what you have in you, you shouldn't be afraid, man. You know what I mean? If that stuff works so well, what are you afraid of? So I'm not afraid. I don't live my life in fear. I don't even remember the last time I was sick. And like I say, I haven't changed anything about my lifestyle. I hug people, I shake hands, I have dinner parties, I go to dinner parties. I just can't get into restaurants. But all that, those restaurant pass things are going to drop by April 8th, right? So my kids did it because they like to travel. Hey, that's their thing. What's good for them may not be good for me. And I totally respect everybody's choice. But there's some people that don't respect other people's choices, if you know what I mean. There's even proof that it can have. Oh yeah, I'd never get it, man. It's did you see the Pfizer documents, the ones that they were put out for 75 years? The side effects are mind-boggling, man. It's sickening. I have a good friend that actually died from it. Okay. Steven, you're dude. Thanks, buddy. I say it like it is, because that's just the way I am, and I feel strongly about it. I have an immune system. And I trust my immune system, okay? I try to eat right. I try to eat good. I try to stay healthy. Yes, I did have a little bowl of chips here, but I rarely ever drink. Rarely. This is bubbly water. It's lime natural water. So we trust our immune system. And God gave me an immune system, so I'm relying on it. And so far, so good. It's been pretty darn good. Let me knock on some wood. Watch, I'll probably come down with a Chinese flu after I finish this freaking live stream. He wasn't wearing. Oh, I know. Oh, Justin Castro. I can't stand him. Special. I got the special when it came, so I just terrible. So I could. I wanted and got terrible. We're in this. Oh my God! I'll tell you what. I worked with a guy that had to go to the doctor right after the hospital emergency because his heart felt like it was going to blow out of his chest. Right. Yeah. No, I got a friend like that too. He's totally changed his mind after a second one. He got really sick after a second one too. So my boss almost had it. Yeah. No, I know. And, they're not going to tell you this stuff on the mainstream media. That's the thing, right? Yeah, he's young. And there's a lot of athletes, too, dropping dead. I see, like soccer players, stuff like that, are actually having heart attacks. It's pretty sad. It's pretty scary. And I know a young guy that got that stuff around his heart. What do they call it? Myocarditis. It's pretty scary. So, you know what? I will never get it. I will never get it. And I don't care. They could strip all my rights away. I'm still not going to get it. I'll just, like I say, I'll trust my body, my health, and I keep doing what I'm doing. And, I think the worst thing for your immune system is living in fear. And when I see people out there every day walking around with these on every day, they are living in fear. And that's got to be the worst thing for your health, right? And anyway, I believe in freedom and freedom of choice. And Stephen, hey, I'm glad we're like-minded, buddy. And now I really only hang around with a lot of like-minded people because I actually much prefer, and I don't discriminate, judge, or hate on anybody, but I actually feel more comfortable hanging around people that are like-minded, because if you hang around with some of those other people, they kind of look down on you. Like, I've had friends that have ostracized us because we don't think the way they do. And that's pretty sad, man. That is pretty sad. The guy running our country has spread a lot of hate. And you know what? You got to love everybody, man. You got to love your neighbor. So, and I don't hate on anybody. Well, actually I do. The guy that's running the show, the guy up here running our country, I don't like, but everybody's got their own choice, and my kids have made their choice, and I don't see them any differently, and they don't see me any different. When they come over here, give them a big hug, and don't have a problem with it, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, 20 is young, Stephen. I'm 58. I just turned 58 the other day. When was my birthday? God, it's April Fool's today. I tried playing an April Fool's prank on Wendy and Krista this morning, and Krista bought into it at first, and then Wendy goes, "Hey, Goose, Mr. Joe Langley signing in. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Hey, do you have a CB radio, Paul, or not? Put it this way, the trachea in a greenhouse not the same as a trachea in the wild." That is true, David. Yeah, a trachea in the greenhouse is not the same. That is true. Well, it's no different than growing Trachycarpus palms in a really cold climate where you have to box them in the wintertime. They're not as hardy. Put it this way, if you left the box off and you took away the heat in the wintertime, what would that palm tree look like in the spring? I'm curious. Receiver. Oh, you got a receiver. Okay, I was hoping you had a radio because I could talk to you, because my other channel, Goose, Paul. I got a lot of radio stuff on there. Actually, I'll put the link on there for you. You probably know my other channel. Let's just see. Let me just find it for you. And I'll put the link and you can check it out. If you like radio stuff, I got tons of radio stuff on there. But you might already be on my other channel. Let's just find it for you, and I'll put a link. I got the DX302 receiver. Let's just see. Go here. Are you guys psyched up for tomorrow? Let's find this for you guys. Paul, here is a link. Here's the link to my other channel if you like radio stuff, because I've been into radios a long time, man, for 45 years now. So there's my other YouTube channel right there for you, buddy. Check her out. There's lots of good stuff in there because I work DX all the time, and I've always worked skip. Whole world falling to pieces through. It is kind of scary, isn't it? Cat 613K. I agree with you, man. I think there's going to be two worlds when we're done. It's going to be like the division, right? There's going to be people here that don't think the same as these people here, and the country's already kind of divided, which is sad. Oh well, that's the way she goes. Just got to live your life as normal, and we got to get over it. And hopefully everything will go back to normal next week, except there's probably still going to be that division. Next year, not next week, next year. And then maybe I can fly out of here. Or at least go to Maui. You know, I was thinking of Maui the other day because I talked to Maui and I talked to the Hawaiian Islands a lot on my radios. And I was talking to Hawaii last night. And man, when I talk to these guys in Hawaii, it's like, man, I just want to be there. How about overview of the radios? Do I see a silver eagle? Yeah, I got 2 of them here. I'll show you. So now clear that is. So this one here is a D104 preamp Tug 9, TUG9 microphone. And I had to wire the cord in. I bought it quite a few years ago, and I had to wire the cord, and it had to take it apart. It wasn't working. It was like new. And this one here I've had since the 1970s. That's a D104 crystal mic, Tug 8. And I still use it. I still shoot skip with it on the old vintage TRC 40, TRC 458. Here's another D104. This is a handheld D104. And that works really good. That's a great preamp. Got to use good batteries in it, though. It sucks up the crappy ones. Sucks. I went to the dollar store weeks back, and I put a dollar store battery. I swear that battery lasted a couple days. So anyway, they're good microphones. Might head down to Florida soon. See. Yeah. Florida's an awesome place. Free in Florida, man. Everything's wide open and free in Florida, man. You probably won't see one of these face diapers in sight. That's where I'd like to go. Florida. I'm going to show the rest of you guys my flag here for the people that didn't see it. Where did Wendy put the flag? Hey, Wendy, where'd you put the flag? The flag, where is it? Oh, I'll be right back. I want to show I got more people in the live stream. There's more Americans in there, so I want to show them. Beautiful. Okay, guys, hang on. She had the flag down there showing Krista. I just want to show you guys this flag. The rest of you guys that are just joining, I have to show it to you again because I love that flag, man. Isn't that super cool? So that is Amazon. If you want to get a flag like that, Amazon. It actually feels like it's made really well too. So I think that's pretty freaking awesome. And then there's a place here to put the flagpole. You can put it in the back here, I think right here. Is that where it goes? Oh, maybe not. What the heck? Just a minute. Oh, maybe it does. Or is it on this side? No, it's got to be this side. It's got to be this side right here. Oh, yeah. There's a hole right there where you put a flag hole in there. So there it is, man. The super cool flag. I like that. So we'll put that over here. Like I said, better than a green screen to have a cool flag like that. So that was part of my birthday present. And then last week, Wendy took me to Port Renfrew. Joe got into radios, then got licensed, became an airline pilot. Oh, yeah. What are you flying? Are you flying a big jet or are you flying small planes? Working on my private license. Oh, cool, man. That's awesome. Freaking awesome flag for those who believe. Yes, I believe in freedom. Hey, Dallas, did you see the new flag I got? It just came today. I'm going to show Dallas this one. Wendy got me this for my birthday. I really like this. Since the U.S. are our neighbors, and I like the U.S., so I think that's a pretty cool kind of like freedom flag right there. Isn't that awesome? I don't know where I'm going to put it. It's going to be in my man cave somewhere, right? I think it's pretty neat. So that was an Amazon thing. She might have got it from the Amazon US, because that's where I got my bow from, Amazon US. So I think that's pretty skookum. We got the American flag and the Canadian flag on there because I like the stars and stripes. I think the American flag is a beautiful flag. I also like the Hawaiian flag. Hawaiian flag is a really cool flag too. So we'll put that up there. Amazon, if you want to get one of those. Anyway, that was part of my birthday present. That is, I got to figure out where to put it though. Where am I going to put it, Paul? Where am I going to hang that flag? I could hang it over top. I got a picture of tree ferns, a whole mountainside covered in tree ferns in New Zealand. I could cover that up, but I do like looking at that too. So anyway, I think it was pretty cool. Got my AA license, airline. What is AA? Got my AA. And David Banner, yeah, it is a pretty cool one. What is an AA license? Is that like the big commercial airliners? I'm not too sure. I just fly on them. And I trust the pilots that they're good at flying planes, right? I'm still here to talk about it. None of the planes I've been on have crashed, thank God. And it's, you know what? I think it's probably safer to fly than it is to drive. People say, well, I would never fly. I got friends like that. They're afraid to fly because, well, when people die in a plane crash, it's like, you know what? People die all the time. I think flying is safe. I've flown so many times, and you know what? That's how I get to Hawaii fast on a plane. Yeah, you could take a boat there, but it's going to take me weeks. So, what do you fly, Paul? Are you flying big ones or small ones? Do you fly out of Langley Airport or like Cessnas? We have planes here on Salt Spring Island too. We have the float planes. We have Salt Spring Air and Harbor Air, and there's always float planes in the harbor, and they go 7 days a week. And so there's a little plane place you go into. They weigh your bags and everything. And usually when Wendy would go to Vancouver, she'd take the plane. It's faster, much faster. So anyway, Dallas, hope all is well down there. I talked to a guy in Tennessee yesterday. It was funny. I was kind of fishing for skip. You can see the video. I uploaded it on Jungle Joe C. And I was fishing for skip, and this really nice fella came back to me. As a private pilot, I'm currently Cessna 172. Cool. That's awesome. They got radios in those planes. So I worked this really good station. He was in central or middle Tennessee. And you can see the video. And his name was Pickup Truck. I got the video on there. But he was like, yeah, I was kind of like fishing for skip, and he came back to me, and I had a nice little conversation with the guy. It was kind of neat. And there was some skip in there today, like just the odd station, but it was pretty much flat right through the band. And I don't know if there's anything on there right now. Let's just see. Dead. Even on the channels where the skip comes in, it's quiet. A Cessna 172, man, that's pretty cool. So that's like is that like with a de Havilland? Does it have like what type of engine? Like a de Havilland? I had a few lessons in a Cirrus SR22. Cool. That sounds pretty cool, Cal. I had some great DX yesterday. AM sidebands, awesome. Oh, cool. Well, you need a rest. Chiropractor, that means you got a sore back. So, yeah, that's awesome that you got to work some skip. Yesterday, it was pretty crazy here, Dallas. Late last night, the Hawaiian Islands were taking over the channels. Channel 8, was it Channel 8 or Channel 11? Channel 8, it was like nonstop, major powerful stations coming in from the Hawaiian Islands, like wall to wall, 30, 40 over, and I worked a bunch of them. And I did do a couple of video gates. I did work a lot of stations. I don't shoot videos of them all, but I shot a few videos of me working some Hawaiian stations on Channel 8. And then I worked some Australia on sideband too. Incoming ID engine 180, 8 horsepower. Oh, cool. Interesting. Okay. IComing IO 360 engine with a 180 horsepower in the 170. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Must be fun to fly. Wendy's getting ready for the market tomorrow. Sierra Jazz 600 series. Cool. That must be cool. So do you take people out on charters, kind of like Paul? Like they pay you, and or do you work for a company, or do you have your own plane? It's like, so say I wanted to fly around up there and shoot a YouTube video. I pay you, and then you fly me around. I have to go every 2 weeks, just part of the life now, manageable, but I have some art. Wow. Yeah, I get a wrecked sore lower back. My lower back is trashed. I went to a chiropractor. The only time I ever went to chiropractor would have been 1983. And I tweaked my back then, but it wasn't that bad. I just went to the chiropractor, got it fixed up, but I really wrecked my back in 96. It would have been December 96. We had this dump of snow here. And I went up on the roof of my house, and I'm shoveling the snow off all the wrong way, twisting and turning and bending wrong, and I really screwed up my back. So yeah, and Wendy actually had a herniated disc, so she's actually had a lower back surgery, and you got to be careful with that. So my mom had the same thing years ago. She had a really wrecked back. She went in for back surgery. They effed her up good, man. She was actually basically in a wheelchair after that. She could only stand up part way like this and kind of hunched over. They wrecked her back when she went in for the surgery. It was either make her or break her, and they broke her, man. Yeah, chiropractors are not doctors, no. Michael Morris is in there with the Shaka Wave. You got the Pray, we got the Shaka Wave. Praying's good too. Good to see you in there, Michael Morris. And chiropractors, yeah, He did actually fix me up pretty good. He cracked my neck here and there. I usually go to physiotherapist, and then I tried last year I went to acupuncture. I went to the acupuncturist here on Salt Spring. We got a bunch of them. I just wanted to try it, see if it worked. And it actually did work. My lower back, I popped it out and I was in so much pain. So I says, what the heck? Let's just try the acupuncture. And it actually really worked, man. It was bizarre. I was kind of skeptical and I felt really good after I did the acupuncture thing. So anyway, you can always try that too. I really was, like I say, Dallas, I was kind of like, does that acupuncture stuff work, or is it just airy fairy hocus pocus nonsense? And I said to the guy as he's popping the needles into my back, which I really didn't even feel, and he says they go in quite deep and they hit these nerves or something, I guess. And he had a bunch of them in my back. And I laid there for maybe 45 minutes with these needles in my back. But I, honest to God, did not feel these things going. It was so weird. And I just laid there and relaxed. Yeah. That thing, that would work too, Michael. But no, I don't do those. That's one thing I don't do. I want a couple of chiropractors before I found a great. Now I live in pain free as long as Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's your lower back, right? You got to be careful. You know what? I also wear a weightlifting belt when I'm lifting. And Michael, that is true. It probably would work really well. We could ask Steven Tyler about that. The Toxic Twins, him and Joe Perry. They've probably snorted half a Peru, those two guys. Yeah, and you know what? I find a belt really helps. I'm going to go grab my belt and I'm going to show you something. What's going on with your ladies? What the Sam? Okay. You do what you got to do. Let's hear display. Oh, yeah, display. If I wore earrings, I'd buy some. So anyway, guys, this is what I wear. I wear this belt, and I wear it for working out too. Look, I still got the date in it. I got that for my birthday in 1984. 1984. So this is a York belt, but Wendy's got a Weider belt, I think, bigger one. And you put these on your lower back, and you tighten them up. And they really do help. So Dallas, you might want to think about getting on one of those belts. They are actually really awesome. I could pick you up. I don't know if they still have the grass strip there. There used to be one on Fernwood, and there actually was one on the south end there, Paul, on the very south end. But I remember the windsock and everything. And I don't know if it's still there. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to just fly around and shoot a video. And I've seen some YouTube videos where guys are flying around Salt Spring. One of them's called Around Salt Spring. And it's just like the view. You see everything from up in an airplane, man. And I don't know what the elevation or altitude you're flying at. What altitude do you fly at, Paul? Is it like 1,000 feet? Do you fly at 500 feet? I'm not too sure. I'm not an airplane expert, so I don't know. But how high can you fly? Nothing like good quality leather. Take care of some most. Yeah, there. And you know what? Yeah, seriously. So this belt I've had for 38 years, and it's an awesome belt, man. And I wear it at work. Like I always had it in my Parks truck because I'm always lifting heavy stuff at work. And look at this thing, man. It is good quality. I mean, they made things better back then. I think it's made in the U.S. I think this is made in the USA, and that's why it's good. It's not crappy junk made in China. You know what I mean? Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be awesome. I'd love to. I've only been in a Cessna once in my life. I've been in lots of jet planes. So in 1972, when I was 8 years old, Mom and Dad wanted to look at some property. Steven, awesome. Well, you chew. Hey, man, thanks, you chew. And I got to make sure, I'm glad you're on the live stream, you chew. Thank you for joining in. And thank you for that, too. 99 is a good number. Actually, that was Wayne Gretzky's number, 99, the great Wayne Gretzky. So back in 1972, Mom and Dad were thinking on buying some property on one of the northern Gulf Islands. And more north than here. We're the southern Gulf Islands. And we flew over in a Cessna. We flew over in a float plane from Vancouver to Gabriola Island. It was pretty cool. My mom was one when you got that. No way. Your mom was 1 year old. Really? You know what? Wendy's son was born in 1984, man. Wendy's son was born in that year, 1984. Chinese, yeah, they're junk, Dallas. It's garbage. I like things that are made in Canada or the US. I don't, that's why I ride a Harley Davidson, because it's made out of steel and it's made in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm sure there's a few Japanese parts on it, but you know what? The Japanese stuff I think is better than the crap from China. And I don't want to sound like I'm prejudiced, but most of the stuff you get in China, I'm serious. I went to the dollar store and I needed a battery, so we were close to it. I bought a 9-volt battery made in China. I swear the thing lasted no more than a couple of days in my D104 microphone. So then I went out and bought a Duracell, or no, an Energizer, and those things last forever, months. Yeah, your mom's young, Brian. Mom is young. Canada have Wingley. You can hire private planes, get off. Oh, really? No way. Canada does. No, I don't know if they have. They might. They might, but it'd be very expensive, Cal. David, did you lose any plants in the cold? Sorry. Yes. We lost. There was this Mexican lily I had that froze. Aloe vera kind of froze back. It looks like a couple of the bottle brush, the ones I got from the nursery, look a little beat up. Overall, everything looks really good, considering how bad it was for a week. Notice I said pleather. Yeah, pleather. Made in a sweatshop in probably Hunan province. No way. Yeah. Do you think China really is in a lockdown, though? I wonder. Or is that what the news tells us, right? It's like, I wonder. Like, honestly, I actually stopped listening to mainstream news a long time ago just because I think they sensationalize a lot of stuff. I find my life is so much better now that I don't listen to mainstream news. Although I do listen to Fox News in the US because they kind of diss the guy running our country, and I like that. I like Fox News US. Stuff from Japan is good. Yeah, stuff in Japan is good quality. It actually is really good quality. So I used to ride before I had a Harley. Long before I had a Harley Davidson, I was brought up on motorcycles, and I rode Suzuki's, and they were Japanese bikes, and they were awesome, awesome bikes. I'm just gonna see something. I'm gonna get something out of my closet here. I wonder if I still got a photo album. Let's see. I might have pictures of my old antennas here. I'm going to show Dallas and some of you guys. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at this, man. These are from like 40 years ago. Looking up my tower. So before I had my beam up, I had a high gain super golden penetrator up there. This is at my last location. So that was a 30-foot tower, 6-foot mast with a high gain super golden penetrator. Right there, right? Cool, eh? It's from back in the day. That was in Langley, Paul. Paul would have remembered it. And I'm just trying to think. Oh, God. Some of these pictures are old, man. Here is... Oh, my God. Check out this, man. 1977. There's my D104 right there, man. Look at that. Look at the old cord I had in it. There, look at the QSL cards behind me. That's when I was a little kid. And there's my TRC4. That's 1978. Sorry. It was 1978. Early 1978 right there. There is my TRC458. And you can see some of the QSL cards on the wall in my map right there. Isn't that wild? That's old stuff, man. Yeah. 500 feet, eh, Goose? Okay, so 500 feet, not super high, but an amazing view up there. Pressed above 10,000, unpressured above 10,000, 30-minute max. Wow, Goose. Holy cow. That's wild. Japan has always had superior, they make good stuff. Hey, Dallas, where is RCI radios made? Are they made in the US? Yeah, so that's old stuff right there. There's retro stuff. I'm just telling you that I have been into radios for a long time. There's a picture of my high gain super golden penetrator back in the day. That picture was taken around 1979 right there. Isn't that cool? That was a high gain penetrator. 500. See if I got a picture of my beam. I got a picture of I had a V quad up. The first beam I had was a V quad back in the day. Here's Here's a picture. That one's late 70s. Right there when I was a little kid in my radio, right there in my radio room. There's some QSL cards behind me, and there's my D104. I've always had the D104s. I love the D104s. Where is my beam antenna? Oh, here's a picture. Here's a picture of some of my radios stacked up. There's my this picture was taken 41 years ago in my old radio room. Right there. There's some of my old radios. There's this, and there's the one I have in my truck still. Right there. That's my Citizen MPL5 right on the bottom, right there. I still use that radio and I talk skip on it. Philippines, last I checked, we talked. Oh, wow. They started subbing out boards and other. Okay, interesting. So RCI could be made over there too. Kind of wish via flights were more interesting. Treasure Valley up north. Well, if you ever fly up this way, stop in our island and say hello. Don't order anything from Russia because really? Okay, so nothing from Russia. Thank you, YouTube. Nothing from Russia. And there is my there's back in the day too. Back that picture was taken in 1980. So there's my DX302 receiver, and then there's my linear amplifier. Look at how big that linear was back then. That's a 600 watt Chris Big Boomer linear amplifier. That one cranked it, so I had the power going through a 2-element high gain quad beam. Right, it actually worked really well. It was lots of fun. I miss those good old days. The good old days. I'm just trying to find my beam. I know I have a picture of my beam antenna somewhere. Where is it? Where's my beam antenna? I want to show you guys it. And the shipping from Russia would be I've not, you know what? I ordered something from Russia one time and it was actually freaking counterfeit. I was pretty upset with what I got from Russia. So ain't be buying anything else from Russia. I'm trying to find my, oh my God, is that my V-Quad? Holy cow. Check out this, man. It's hard to see. There's my V-Quad beam in 1977. 2-element V-Quad. It's hard to see. It's a crappy picture. But you can see there's the boom. There's the boom there. And then there's the elements going up on it with the wire across the top. So it has a 2-element V-Quad beam. That was my first beam antenna. And I know I have pictures of my beam antenna somewhere. Find it. My good beam antenna. Where's my good beam antenna? Putin is going to reform. Really? My brother used to have a Cobra 140. I have one. Sigma 4 and a rubber burner. Oh, I have a 140. I think I have a 148 still in the shed. That's the base station, right? I think it is. Where's my beam antenna? I'm just looking for. Oh God. Okay, I told you guys. Here's a picture I took of Boss Hogg at the guy from the Dukes of Hazzard right there. So there's Boss Hogg at a car show one time. I yelled at him and he turned around. Where is my antenna? I know I had pictures of my high gain beam in here somewhere. Where is it? I hate that when I misplace things. It was actually a really cool antenna. Sorry, guys. I'm searching. I got so many old school photos in here. Oh, well. It's in one of my photo albums. It was actually a really nice beam. Bought some Russian ammunition because they only... I got friends that have SKSs. Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, China. I Googled it. Oh, okay. Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, and China. Those are good old radios, David. Those 148 Cobras, right? So the RCIs are made overseas now. Bummer. I thought they were made in the U.S. I was hoping they were made in the U.S. I really was. Where is V-Quad? Where's my tower with the beam on it? I have pictures of it and I don't know where they are. It's just like they're lost. I like to take pictures of all that stuff. Man, how time flies. Bought some Russian ammunition. Yeah, so I got friends here that have Russian rifles. Like I say, the SKSs. Where is that? I'm looking. I'm searching, folks. I'm searching for an antenna picture. Remember when people actually used to take film camera pictures? Those are a thing of the past now. I got photo albums and photo albums full of photos. There's my old bike right there. There's one of my old bikes right there. That PE 175. And then there's my PE 250 right there. So I used to always be right into dirt bikes. I like the dirt bikes. I'd like to get another dirt bike one day. There they are right there. Here's my PE 175, my PE 250. They were just awesome motorcycles. Suzuki, Japanese bikes. Can't go wrong with them. Anyway, not seeing it. I'll find it probably when I'm not doing the live stream anymore. It's around somewhere. Somewhere in the big old photo album. So anyway, I try not to buy anything from China. And I try not to buy anything from Russia. But I know ammunition's a bit different. But I just find things that are made in China don't last long. You know, I find things that are made in the U.S. And there's not a lot of things made in the U.S. anymore, unfortunately, right? Everything you look at says made in China. And, you know, I'll buy something in Hawaii, and I bet you it's probably made in China. Let's see. Look at that. See this hula girl I bought in Hawaii? Guess what? It's made in China. Made in China. Because labor is so much cheaper there, right? It's kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, that's made in China too. I call it the Chinese flute, Ucho. I had a 205 Honda. Oh, CRF 250. That's a good bike, man. Hondas are awesome bikes, and Honda vehicles are good vehicles. I think they're probably the largest manufacturer of gas engines is Honda. I was told that. Wendy drives a Honda CRV. And, you know, she bought that CRV four-wheel drive SUV back in 2006. Never had a problem with it, ever. Only thing she's done is the brakes on it. I drive a Mazda B2300 pickup. It's the smallest truck I've ever owned, but it's super easy on gas because gas here is about $8 a gallon. So you have to drive a small vehicle here in Salt Spring. Man, it is you, Cho. I totally agree with you, man. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Honda Accord. It's Honda Accord, amazing cars. My ex-wife had a Honda Fit. And you know what else were good cars? Well, those Honda Civics. And there's still some of them cruising around. The West is best. I've only lived in the West. I only know about the West. But I visited, the farthest east I've ever visited is Florida. And I've been down into the Caribbean too. And I liked it down there. It was pretty cool. Now looks like the perfect time to buy electric hybrid. But I heard the guy running our country right now is putting some special heavy-duty tax on electric vehicles. So I heard a hybrid would be good. A hybrid would be good because you still got the gas engine. But I heard when a battery goes in an electric vehicle, it could cost up to $18,000 in some of them to replace. Does that sound right? I read a comment on a YouTube video about that. Love those Mazda trucks and the yeah, no, I really, you know what? I bought my Mazda truck in July 2013 from a guy on the Big Island on Vancouver Island, which is beside us. And when I got there, it had 52,000 K on it, 52,000 kilometers. It was still under warranty. You know what? That's one of the best vehicles I have ever owned is my little Mazda B2300. Done anything with it. Changed the oil in it regularly. Changed the transmission oil. It's a 5-speed. It has roll-up windows in it. I didn't want anything fancy. It's a 2010 Mazda B2300 5-speed. And I'm really happy with that truck. And it's so easy on gas. And like I say, for the cheap gas here, it's just about $8 a gallon. So you have to have something that's easy on gas here. Our government can't afford gas. Just buy a 60,000. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no kidding, man. I hear you, Stephen. And Brian, I'm very happy with it. And yeah, the hybrids are good, Yucho. Own a Honda 92 Honda is that's you know what, Stephen? That car is actually, you could get collector's plates for that thing. That is a retro vintage car there. Well, you can start by getting an electric lawnmower, garden tools. Yeah, that's true. And I don't have any yard work to do here, like where it requires a lawnmower. Really, not even. We have a weed eater. We have a gas weed eater, but I rarely ever use it. It maybe comes out once a month. So we don't have any lawn. So there's no lawn to cut here. So we don't have any lawnmowers. I got rid of those things ages ago. Once the kids grew up, I got rid of the lawn. Got rid of all the lawn. I don't want any lawn. And where Wendy used to live before she moved in here with me, she had a lot of lawn to cut. And when she moved in here with me, no lawn to cut. Lawn just takes up a lot of time. And what we have is a lot of plants. So we have pathways going through gardens. And well, you've seen the videos. You know what I'm talking about. So pathways going through palm gardens. So it's very low maintenance. Our yard is very low maintenance. Except watering in the summer months, we have to water the palm trees in pots. Some startups are using palm oil as diesel. Yeah, and you know what else, Yucho? I heard some people use they call it biodiesel. So yeah, it's basically French fry fat oil, and they burn their vehicles. They use that in their vehicles. Took 20 minutes for me to figure out. Oh, did you post a video? Cool. It's pretty basic once you get the hang of it. And I'll have to check out your channel. What'd you post a video of? I've been shooting videos for so long. Like I was shooting videos before YouTube was around. Okay, so YouTube was 2006. Posted on on your phone. Okay, cool. YouTube came around 2006. I started shooting palm videos back in the 1980s on one of those big video cameras that you use the VHS thing in, right? So those were the first videos I was shooting. I actually shot palm videos back in the 1980s, and they're on VHS. The Sables in Boise posted on. Oh, cool. Right on. That's awesome, Stephen. I'll have to check that out. Let me write down. So what's your channel name? What is the name of your channel? Is it just Steve? It's Stephen Melton, I guess, right? Okay. So let me write that down. Stephen Melton. I'll have to check that out. Boise, Idaho. Well, Idaho borders Canada. For people that don't know that, you can get into Idaho from the southern Canadian border, British Columbia border. Can you post your vids in the 80s on you? No, it'd be impossible because they're on VHS. And actually, there's videos of my kids on there when they were young. So I gave all those videos to my daughter to give to my ex-wife, and hopefully she'll put them on chips, and maybe she'll give me a chip. Then I would be able to maybe post them on here, which would be cool. So I gave last time my daughter was here a few weeks ago, I sent her home with the videos, the VHS videos. We had about 4, maybe 5 of them. And I said, give these to my ex-wife. And then, because she's better at doing stuff like that, she can take them to maybe a camera shop or something and get them put onto the SD cards or something. And then maybe I could, if she gives me an SD card, I could probably post them on here. But some old videos there for sure. It's on the channel I'm using. Okay, cool, Stephen. I wrote that down. Stephen Mel. I will check it out. And I like watching YouTube videos, right? We don't have a TV. We got rid of our TV. Our TV broke. Wendy had a 52-inch big screen forever. It broke months ago. So it's sitting out. I got to take it to the garbage dump. I kind of just put it off to the side, and I got to get rid of the TV. So we actually don't have a TV in our house. We have one in the B&B. The B&B has a TV, so if they want to watch TV, but we don't have any cable vision there. They can watch CDs or whatever you call those things. I just don't really watch TV. I did back in the day when I was a kid. I even had 2 satellite dishes. I had a satellite dish here years ago too. So, but no TV. Just really not a lot of stuff on there on watch. I can watch everything I want on YouTube, right? I do watch a lot of cool things on YouTube. So anyway, it'd be kind of cool to have those videos that I shot back in the day of the palm trees and put them on here. And God, that was back 1980, 89, 1990, 91, 92. So more than 30 years ago, I was shooting videos of palm trees on one of those big cameras. My ex's mom, my ex-wife, her mom had one of those old video cameras, and she used to let me use it to shoot videos with. So, I'd go here and there in Vancouver and everywhere and shoot palmy videos. So they're on there, still kicking around somewhere, but I got lots of photos of them. I got photo albums full of cool gardens and stuff that I shot many moons ago back in the 1980s, right? So Anyway, I guess I should roll soon because I'm going to have to probably do something for dinner. And I wonder if there's any skip coming in. Let me just check the radios here, fellas. Quiet. Not even on channel 6. There's nothing coming in. Nothing even on sideband. It's just quiet on the 11-meter band right now. Anyway, you know what? I should roll and maybe go help the ladies out there too before we do dinner, because tomorrow is the big day on Salt Spring Island, the start of the Saturday market. So the Saturday market runs every year, starting from the beginning of April till the end of October. And then in June, the Tuesday market starts up, and that's the farmers market. So Wendy and her daughter Krista will be selling things at the Saturday market in town. So if you visit Salt Spring Island, you can visit their booth. If you ever decide to visit the Southern Gulf Islands, check out the Saturday market. It is a huge event every Saturday, right in Centennial Park along the promenade. It goes along Gasoline Alley, and where those big palm trees grow, they're going to be set up right in front of the palm trees. They're right beside the ocean. The ocean is here, their tent is here, and the palm trees are here. So they can be looking at those big palm trees. So it'll be good. So I'm going to help them. I got to load up the truck and bring their stuff to the market for them tomorrow, all their stuff. Wendy's made candles. Krista's made candles. Wendy does art cards. They're going to be selling my tikis there. And they got to bring some palm trees too, which I got to go out and gather up right now. So anyway, you guys, thanks a lot for joining in the live stream. I will head off for now. And the next live stream I do will be on Jungle Joe C. I might do one on Gulf Island Rock too. And when White with Dreamy Eyes is out here visiting from Prince George, we're going to do some live streaming. All right, guys, thanks for joining in. Have a good night. I'm going to flip this around now. And take care, David Banner. Cheers to you, buddy. Don't get David angry, man. That guy will turn into the Hulk. All right, take care. Have a good night, everyone. And a happy Friday, because it is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Doesn't matter to me where I'm retired. But I could be working by mid-month because I am going for a job interview. So wish me luck. Next Tuesday morning, I am going for a job interview. I haven't been for a job interview for years. I worked for the Parks Department for 19 years. 19 years at the Parks and Rec. And then I retired and now going for another job. So Krista put in a good word for me. Krista's daughter, or Wendy's daughter, is awesome. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And I will catch you all next time on another live stream. Thanks, man. Well, we'll let you know if it's here or nay. I know the manager there, and she's a really awesome gal. All right. So I have a good feeling that I probably am in. But if I don't, I can't get my hopes up that high, right? Because you never know. But I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling about this. And it's something I really want to do. I like farming and doing gardening and plants. This is all about plants. All right. So it's working at a huge cannabis farm down the road from us. Massive. It's on. I'll give you their website right here. Good. It's okay. Hang on. I'm going to give you the website, and then you guys can check it out right here. This is where I'm applying right here, and this is where Wendy's daughter works right there. There's the website. Check it out. All right. So that's where I'm applying right there. It's a huge business, and I'd be working out in the outdoor part of it, which would be cool. And that's what I did at the Parks Department. I worked outside every day anyway. So I'm used to working outside. All right. So thank you very much, guys, and we will see you next time. Check out my other channel, Jungle Joe C, and also check out Wendy's channel, Gulf Island Rock, because she's got stuff on there too. I think she just uploaded some videos there today when we were sitting in the coffee shop. All right, cheers to you guys, and see y'all next time. Shaka. Shaka wave.